Oh, hey. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I can't wait to do yoga together. Today we are doing Yin Yoga, which is one of my favorite styles. How I teach it is that there's 3 phases to every posture. First, we have the exploration where we'll move just a little bit, finding the posture, trying out a couple different variations so that you can find the one that's best for you. And then we'll enter into the settling phase, which is about 3 minutes per posture to really let the posture sink in. Remember, we're going for a very gentle stretch, nothing too deep. We don't want it to be excruciating for that 3 minutes or it'll feel like an eternity. Then after each posture, we'll enter into our rebound stage, which is where we take like a micro shavasana to let the posture settle in, to receive all the little benefits, and then we'll go into the next posture. So grab your bolsters, your blocks, any props, a blanket, get all cozy, and join me on your mat. Press play when you're ready. Starting our yin practice in our heart bench, creating a T with the blocks on that second level, and then letting the bolster rest on it. You're gonna have to hold it sometimes to keep it from falling over, but allowing the hips to line up with the edge of the bolster, and then draping the upper body long against it. As you settle in here, letting your thoughts gently drift from the mind, letting the body get heavy and supported, letting the heart space gently open. Creating an intention for your practice. I invite you to think of someone that holds you up, that keeps you going. Let this person come to mind. What actions make you feel supported by them? What feelings arise in the body when you think about them? Gratitude, appreciation, love, understanding. Sending them a little thank you in your mind as you begin your practice. Letting your practice inspire the same attributes. Letting this person, their attributes, their actions, inspire your practice today. Taking that intention into your heart, allowing it to grow. Slowly making your way to a seat. Rolling over the shins. Removing your props. Setting your blocks to the side. But keeping the bolster. Finding our child's pose here for our first long hold. Playing with the bolster a little bit to find the position that best serves your body. You might bring a blanket or a bolster behind onto the shins or onto the calves. If the hips don't quite touch, you might keep the toes under, or you let the tops of the feet find the mat. The arms might stay in close, or they might stay long. If that's a lot of pressure on the shoulders, maybe you reach the hands back, grabbing the heels, reminding yourself of those attributes of love, support, and understanding, knowing that you don't need to find the extremes here, keeping it gentle. Letting the breath find its natural rhythm, but letting the mind follow it, as to remain present in the body. Acknowledging any sensations that come up. Your mind begins to wander, be kind to yourself, gently persuading it back to the present moment. Gently lifting the head and switching the sides, changing which cheek is to the bolster. Stillness does not mean rigid, so if a posture ever calls for a little movement or to change variation, please do so. It is better for the mind to change and adapt so that it can settle back in than to spend the rest of the time in the posture thinking about the discomfort or the desire to move. Sometimes a little movement leads to more stillness. Gently walking the hands underneath the shoulders, gently pressing the chest up off the bolster, setting it to the side. Slowly trying to keep any tension out of the body. Maybe you keep the eyes closed or soft. And slowly lowering onto your back. Entering into our rebound stage. Our micro shavasana. Letting the posture sink into the body. Noticing any areas that feel open, areas that feel tight. Noting how the energy is moving through the body. Gently rolling to the belly from here. Taking the elbows out wide, stacking the hands, letting the forehead find the hands. And then just shifting the weight side to side in the hips. Just finding a little bit of movement. Now, depending on your spine and its needs, offering a couple different variations here. Take a moment to play between them to see which one feels best. You can take the legs out nice and wide. That's going to be the softest for the back, the least compression. The tighter it is in together, the more compression on the low back. No right or wrong. You can always start in one and ease into the other. And then once you found the distance between the legs that feels good, picking up each leg and gently pulling them back, trying to create as much space in our low back as we can. Working into our seal posture here, a couple of different variations for the upper body. You might bring a bolster to support the ribs, letting the elbows come to the outer part of that bolster. The forearms are making that number 11. The hands are spread nice and wide, and then letting your body soften into it. Our shoulders aren't rounding. They're still pulling back, but very gently as the bolster props up the chest. And you can stay here with the chin lift, or with the forehead lifted, or maybe you allow the forehead to rest on a bolster. And then settling in. Letting the jaw relax. Letting the glutes soften. Sending breath to the areas where you feel it the most. Sending breath to even the subtlest sensations. The mind starts to wander off the mat. Bring to mind your person once again. Keeping your mind on your gratitude for them, for their support, for holding you up. Gently coming out of the posture, removing the props, bringing the hands to the bolster underneath the shoulders, engaging the core just slightly to be able to press up and back. Setting the bolster off to the side, slowly making your way to your back. You may also take your rebound phrase from the belly if that better serves your body. Each time we enter into the rebound stage, noting the differences each time, letting the practice sink deeper and deeper. Gently coming out of it, bringing the soles of the feet to the earth. Gently windshield wiper the knees side to side. Coming back to center, knees to the sky. Bringing the blocks close. Letting the soles of the feet connect and then letting the knees be propped up by the bolsters. Finding your Supta Baddha Konasana. If this is a lot on the low back, you can always bring another set of blocks and your bolster to create another little heart bench for a more reclined butterfly. Giving permission to the hips to open. Letting the knees get heavy into the blocks. Letting your whole body melt into the posture. Gently closing the knees like a book. And then lengthening the legs long against the mat. settling into your Shavasana. Letting the comforting heaviness sink in. Knowing that you can give into the posture. Letting go, setting aside any tension. Letting your mind reflect on your intention. Enjoying this space. We'll come together to end.